Hello class, this is Dr. Fenton. In this video, we're going to do another homework Module 5 problem. And this one deals with the labor variances. So let's take a look and see what we have. I'm going to scroll down a little bit to right there. Okay. We have a doll company. They produce handmade dolls. The standard amount of time spent on each doll calls for 1.5 hours, 1.5 hours. The standard cost of labor, they expect to pay $7.79 per hour. The company planned to make 7,200 dolls during the year, but actually used 11,300 hours of labor, direct labor hours, to make 8,600 dolls. Their actual payment for payroll was $90,965. In Part A, they are asking, should labor variances be based on planned volume of 7,200 dolls or the actual volume of 8,600 dolls? Well, the answer is actual. You treat this like a flexible budget, and so we're going to see what they should have used based on what they actually produced. And what I say should have used, should have paid, should have used on the standard direct labor rate, standard direct labor hours, and so forth. And so you always base that on actual volume. Now in Part B, prepare a table that shows the standard price, labor price, the actual labor price, the standard labor hours, and the actual labor hours. So Part B is what they're asking for. The standard price, well, this is given to us right here. Just drop it in. Actual price. So how much did they actually pay per hour? We know they thought they were going to pay $7.79 per hour. What was the actual price? In other words, how did they get this $8.05 per hour? Well, you can see it down here. What they're doing is saying, all right, we paid $90,965 total labor. We incurred 11,300 hours of direct labor. So just divide. So the actual total labor divided by the actual total hours gives us the actual rate per hour, $8.05. Let's drop it in here. Next, they're asking for standard hours for flexible budget. So this means how many hours should they have used based on actual output? Let me say that again. How many hours should they have used based on actual hours? This is sort of like your materials. We just saw the other one in the previous problem. How many units of raw material should they have used based on what they actually produced? So how many hours should they have used based on actual production? Where did they get the 12,900? Okay, they're showing right here. Right here. The standard calls for 1.5 hours per doll. They produced 8,600 dolls. Just multiply. 8,600 times 1.5, 12,900 hours is what they should have used based on the actual production. 12,900. Actual hour used, well, they gave us that. Actual hours right here, 11,300. So we have this table complete. Let's look at C and D. And let me scroll down a little bit here, okay? We need to compute the labor usage variance. First of all, the labor price variance, and then the labor usage variance, C and D. Labor price variance. Here's the formula. Again, this is one you'll need to memorize. Find the difference in your standard price and your actual price, and take that times actual hours. Let's go back to the previous requirement. Here is your standard price per hour. Here is your actual price per hour. Here are your actual hours. We're going to use those three numbers. So $7.79 minus 805 actual times actual hours, 2,938. Now, it's unfavorable. Why? Because we paid more than we thought. The actual price was more than the standard. So find that difference. Take it times 11,300 hours. There is your unfavorable labor price variance. Now for the labor usage variance, we're going to take Actual hours, we know that's 11,300. Standard hours, that's back here. Computed it right here. Drop it in, subtract, and the difference you multiply times your standard price, $7.79. End up at $12,464, and it's favorable because we used fewer hours than the standard called for. So again, we used fewer hours. Actual was less than standard. We used fewer hours, so this variance is favorable. All right, so that's it. Not too long of a problem, and so I hope this helps.